The official beer of Thailand, Singha features a Thai royal Garuda on its label. This is thanks to the royal warrant signed by King Rama VII in 1939. Brewed by Boon Rod Brewery, the first brewery in Thailand, can this Pilsner refresh you from the Thailand heat and humidity? Find out now on Two Dudes Reviews.
What up, guys? Yeah, today we've got good old Singha from Thailand, and we'll just break into it right now. Now, I have not had this beer in 6 years or something when I actually went to Thailand. Although I have to say, when I was there, drank a different beer, drank a Chang line of beers. So if you ever go look for Chang, my favorite was Chang Draft. I thought that had a little more flavor than a lot of the Thai beers, because I found, these are made because it's pretty much 90 degrees and 90% humidity every single day, so you want something that's kind of crisp and not heavy, and that's kind of what a lot of these Thai beers are. But it's been a while, so let's get into it and let's check out the smell. It does have your kind of traditional Pilsner aroma to it. It's, I don't know, it's got, definitely some of the slight wheatness. It's got a little bit of a citrus edge to it. A little weedy. It smells like your run-of-the-mill, just generally mass-produced Pilsner or whatever. There's not really anything that's super, like, let me stand out about it. But it doesn't smell terrible either, so I'm going to give it a half just for that. But alright, let's get into the aroma, or into the taste. Taste, it is a little more hoppy than what a lot of your run-of-the-mill Pilsners are. I like that. It does have a little bit of hoppiness to it. A little hoppy, a little bit of that like kind of wheatish taste to it. It doesn't have that kind of the skunked wheat that a lot of cheaper Pilsners have. I'm going to attest that to this being the dark bottle instead of the light bottle. So good on Singha for doing that. So that's pretty good. Maybe an ever so slight plumness. Just a hint. I feel like there's just a little like sprinkling of a light fruitness to it, and I'm gonna say maybe just a little bit of a plum skin kind of thing going on. But really, mostly it's a little bit hoppier and a little bit of orange zest kind of thing, then some wheat. But it's really not bad for a Pilsner, especially one. I think I don't know if it's their most produced. It might be. It's probably their largest export beer. I'm going to say that for sure. But I think it's not bad. I'm going to recommend it on taste. Next is value for price, and you're going to pay a little more for this. It's not, because you're bringing it in from a little peninsula country on the other side of the world, so it's going to cost a little more. I think they try to keep the price a little more competitive because there's a lot of other options. I would be really willing to bet a decent amount of money on that the vast majority of people that drink this in the States and in North America, or really around the world in general, had this beer when they're in Thailand, and they really want to relive some of the stuff from Thailand. And maybe when they're in a Thai restaurant and they want something a little more authentic, they go for that. I would be willing that's probably the vast majority of people that drink this. I would assume there's probably not a huge portion of people that go for Singha and they've never been to Thailand. That's just my opinion, but yeah. So they keep the prices a little more reasonable. But there are a lot of other Pilsner options with similar flavor characteristics, so I'm going to give it a half. It is pretty interesting that, you're getting something from Thailand, but for the most part, it's, price is alright. I forgot to take the water from the dog. But, alright, so I'll give that a half. Next is distinction. How distinct is this Thai beer? I can't, off the top of my head, rate it against other Thai beers because I haven't had those in a very long time, and I can't find the Chang beers in the States. I don't know if they export that or not, or I'm just not looking in the right way, but for the most part, I gotta compare this strictly to just other Pilsners. And, it's alright. It's better than some, not better than others, but it tastes like a Pilsner, and that's pretty much what you're expecting. That's what you're getting. There's nothing super crazy about the flavor, and so it's not super distinct either. So because of that, I'm going to give it another half. It is what it is, but, it's not going to wow you. It's not going to disappoint you, really. So, and then next category is drinkability. How many of these can I drink these without much of an issue in a row? I'm going to give another sip of this. And there might be a hint of, I don't want to say if there's rice in it or not, but it almost tastes like when I get bigger gulps of it. But honestly, it's I feel like there's other Pilsners that you can be able to drink more of consistently without wanting to just switch it up. This one, I really feel like I get bored of it. Like, there's a little bit of hoppiness, but not enough to make it interesting, or not like some really curious kind of hop combination. It's just a little bit of hoppiness, and everything's just kind of like a little bit, but nothing for you to be like, wow, I really want to do more of these. Check it out. None of that really. I don't really have any of that. So it's kind of like I could drink one or two. If I was sweltering in Thailand because it's so dang humid, I could probably do more just because you're sweating it out as fast as you're drinking it in. But again, I'm going to give this another half. It's just, I could drink a couple, but I probably wouldn't really want to. So last category is would I buy it again? And honestly, probably not. It's fine if you want to relive your glory days when you're visiting Southeast Asia. That's cool. If you just want to try it out, do that too. Always try out new beers, never know what you might find that you really like. But even in Thailand, the Chang drop, go for that if you haven't had that before. There's regular Chang and then the Chang drop. Go for the drop. That's the best one I've had so far. I've only had a couple of Thai beers, but that one's by far my favorite. But yeah, so I have no real reason to get it again. But it's alright for the most part. So that's my review of Singha. If you've had Singha before, let me know in the comments. Maybe there's another kind of Thai beer that you'd much rather have that you recommend over this one. Let me know. If you could like and subscribe, that'd be great as well. You can follow me on Twitter at 2dudespodcast, or you can check out the podcast, 2 Dudes in a Six Pack, and get that at iTunes or, really anywhere else you do your podcast. And that is about it. So for myself and for Singha, take it easy.